After 50, most people think weak legs come from losing muscle. That is only part of the story. The real danger is losing the ability to stand up without using your hands, losing balance while putting on socks, feeling nervous every time you walk downstairs carrying groceries. In Japan, many older adults train differently. They do not chase huge muscles or exhausting workouts. They train to stay independent for life. That changes everything. I have personally met people in their 60s with stronger movement than adults 20 years younger. When I looked closer, I noticed something interesting. Their routines were simple: slow movements, full range motion, balance work, isometric tension, daily practice at home. Meanwhile, many people spend hours sitting, barely moving their ankles, hips, or feet, then wonder why walking feels harder every year. Walking alone is not enough if strength disappears. These Japanese-style exercises train balance, mobility, circulation, stability, and real strength together. That is what keeps you free after 50. Legs are not just for movement. They are foundation for confidence, freedom, and longevity, daily.
The first exercise looks almost too simple, but this is one of the most underrated ways to rebuild lower leg strength after 50. Toe walking trains the feet, calves, ankles, and balance system at the same time. Stand tall, raise your heels off the floor, and begin walking slowly on the balls of your feet. Keep your stomach lightly tight and take short, controlled steps. Do not rush this movement. The goal is control, not speed. Start with 30 to 60 seconds for each set and repeat for 3 or 4 rounds. You will quickly feel your calves working harder than expected. That happens because small muscles inside the feet begin activating again after years of being ignored inside shoes and on flat floors. Strong feet create a stronger foundation for the entire lower body. Weak feet often lead to unstable ankles, poor balance, and less confidence while walking. I have seen many older adults struggle with stairs simply because their feet and calves stopped doing their job properly. This exercise also improves blood circulation in the legs, which can help your legs feel lighter during the day. Better feet usually mean better movement everywhere else in the body, especially during normal daily activities like climbing stairs or carrying groceries.
The second exercise is the classic heel raise, and honestly, most people underestimate how important this movement becomes after 50. Stand tall near a wall or chair if you need support. Slowly lift your heels as high as possible until you feel your calves fully contract. Hold the top position for 1 or 2 seconds, then lower yourself down with control. Do not bounce and do not rush the lowering phase. That slow lowering is where a lot of the strength gains happen. Aim for 2 or 3 sets of 15 to 20 repetitions. You might think this is just a small calf exercise, but it does much more than that. Strong calves improve walking stability, help support blood circulation, and make everyday movements feel easier. I have seen people struggle to climb stairs, not because they were out of shape, but because their calves had become weak and inactive. In many Asian movement systems, the calves are called the second heart because they help push blood back upward through the legs. That is one reason many older adults feel less swelling and stiffness in the ankles after regularly doing heel raises. Better calf strength also improves balance and confidence while walking, especially on uneven ground or long days spent standing and moving around outside.
The third exercise is called sampa walking, which is a form of slow, mindful walking used in many Japanese movement practices. At first, it feels strange because you intentionally walk 4 or 5 times slower than normal. Most people are used to rushing everywhere without paying attention to how they move. Here, you slow everything down and focus carefully on each part of the foot touching the ground. First the heel, then the middle of the foot, then the toes pushing away. Take a deep breath every 3 steps and keep your movements relaxed and controlled. Practice for just 3 to 5 minutes each day, and you will notice how difficult slow walking actually is. This exercise trains proprioception, which is your body awareness and coordination system. It also improves circulation and dynamic balance because your muscles must constantly stabilize your body during movement. I once watched an older man move through a crowded park with incredible balance and smoothness, while younger people stumbled, looking at their phones. That is the difference between simply walking and truly controlling your movement. Walking is not only about burning calories, it is about teaching the body how to move efficiently, safely, and confidently for the rest of your life, especially as you continue aging over time, naturally.
The fourth exercise is the seated knee extension. And this movement becomes incredibly important after the age of 50 because it directly trains the quadriceps, which are the large muscles on the front of the thighs. Sit tall on a chair with your back straight. Slowly extend one leg forward until the knee is fully straight. Hold for 1 or 2 seconds, then lower the leg down with control before switching sides. Perform 2 or 3 sets of 12 to 15 repetitions for each leg. This exercise may look basic, but weak quadriceps are one of the biggest reasons mobility declines with age. When these muscles lose strength, simple actions like standing up from a chair, climbing stairs, or walking long distances suddenly feel exhausting. I have seen people avoid activities they once enjoyed simply because their legs no longer felt reliable. Strong quadriceps help stabilize the knees, reduce stress on the joints, and improve walking endurance at the same time. The slow lowering phase is especially important because it teaches the muscles to control movement instead of collapsing under pressure. Many people over 60 lose muscle mass rapidly when they stop using full leg extension movements regularly. This exercise rebuilds confidence because every repetition strengthens the exact muscles responsible for staying active, independent, and capable in everyday life long term.
The fifth exercise is the one-leg balance test, and this movement reveals more about your real physical condition than most gym machines ever will. Stand close to a wall or chair for safety. Shift your body weight onto one leg, then lightly lift the other foot off the ground. Keep your eyes focused on a fixed point in front of you, and try to stay relaxed without leaning sideways. Start with 10 to 15 seconds on each side, then slowly build towards 60 seconds over time. At first, many people are shocked by how unstable they feel. Their ankle shakes, their hips wobble, and their body starts moving everywhere like a shopping cart with one broken wheel. That happens because balance often declines before major muscle loss appears. This exercise strengthens the small, stabilizing muscles around the ankles and hips, while also improving the nervous system reactions that help prevent falls. I have seen strong-looking adults struggle badly with this simple drill because balance is not the same thing as strength. Better balance improves confidence during daily movement, especially when walking on uneven ground, climbing stairs, or carrying heavy bags. As people age, the fear of falling quietly limits freedom more than almost anything else. Strong balance restores trust in your body and helps you move through life with more confidence and control. Daily movement becomes easier and more efficient.
The final exercise is the horse stance, which has been used for generations in Japanese and Asian martial arts to build powerful legs without high-impact movement. Stand with your feet wider than shoulder width, then lower your body down as if sitting into an invisible chair. Keep your back straight, your knees pushed outward, and hold the position without moving. Start with 15-second holds for 3 rounds, then gradually progress to 30 seconds, and eventually 60 to 90-second holds. This exercise creates intense isometric tension through the quadriceps, glutes, inner thighs, and core muscles. At first, it looks easy until your legs begin shaking like a washing machine during the spin cycle. That shaking is not weakness. It is your muscles learning to maintain tension under pressure. Many people believe stronger legs only come from jumping, running, or lifting heavy weights, but stillness can build strength in a completely different way. Horse stance also trains mental endurance because you must stay calm while discomfort slowly increases. I have watched older adults with excellent posture and surprising leg strength hold this position better than younger people who only train explosive movements. You do not always need high-impact workouts to build powerful, stable legs. Sometimes the ability to stay still is the real sign of strength and long-term physical control. The reason many Japanese adults stay active well into their 60s, 70s, and beyond is not because they suddenly start exercising after retirement. They build movement into daily life long before serious weakness appears. That is the real lesson here. None of these exercises require a fancy gym, expensive machines, heavy weights, or brutal workouts that leave your knees screaming for help. Instead, they focus on something much more important: real strength, balance, coordination, mobility, and control. These are the qualities that allow you to stand up easily, climb stairs confidently, walk without fear, and continue living independently after 50. I have seen older adults move with more confidence than younger people, simply because they never stopped training the basics. Strong legs are not only about appearance. They are not about showing muscles at the beach. They are about freedom. Freedom to move freely, travel, carry groceries, play with grandchildren, and trust your own body every single day. That is what real fitness should protect as you age. The earlier you start building that foundation, the longer independence will last.